Fingers crossed. That should be everything. Am I live? I think so. Let me know when you can see stuff. Hello. Hi, good evening, and welcome to the Arcane Forge. My name is Jess. Lovely to see the lot of you. We have Pepe Sylvia in the comment section, which finally get to meet Pepe Sylvia. Ollie is here. Hello. Lovely to see you. Hope boys are with you and having a good time. Nancy as well, fantastic. This was Nancy's idea, so this is a great one to do. Very excited because let me just get the image, because I have been very much lacking in my preparedness today. So I've totally set everything up like a professional, definitely. I'm not just copying and pasting the image that I need as reference right now. I'm doing some other very important YouTuber stuff in here, which is just not me stalling for time. This is all normal. Everything's good. Here we go. Okay. This is a very professional stream. please stick around. Okay, right. Here we go. So, Nancy was in the V&A in London and posted on Discord that she found this amazing, what we reckon is dog statue, which is this guy who we ended up calling Snowdrop, and seems like a very peculiar creature, but instantly fell in love with what looks like a kind of pit bull moose demon thing, and the urge to turn this into a D&D monster that you guys get to enjoy is too hard to not do, basically. So I'm very enthusiastic. So yeah, it says mythical animal unknown. So thankfully, they don't know either, but we know that it came from China in the 6th Dynasties period. So I need your help in turning this thing into a monster that we can use in D&D. I'm going to draw it, but I need your input. I feel like by the spines on its back, I'm getting demonic kind of vibes, but I want to hear your suggestions for ideas for what we can do for this thing. Hello, Reese. Nice to see you as well. Wait. What does this say? I've got a bitrate warning, apparently. Oh, and Moonring. Hello. Lovely to see you. In the meantime, though, while you guys have a think about what this thing could be, how it might behave, and how we can represent it, I want to say a special thank you to my patrons over on Patreon, who have been very supportive. This month they are Duck Quack, Jonathan Foster, Anna Denberg, Nicholas G. Silver, Benjamin Colburn, Within Nemisek, The Smiling Sadist, Miles, Sam Hickson, Braxton Hudson, Nap in Camo. Actually, I'm now realising, did I swap over so you can see this thing? Yes. Nap in Camo. Where are you? I've lost my place now. Nap in Camo. There we go. Andrew, Steve Harrison, Ryan von Aegir, Jarp, Roijmans. If you're in the comments, please let me know how that's pronounced. Amanda and Jake Westfall, Yorick Bees, Rose Celavy, Doombot9, Rory Gladstone, Yuda Jorge, Denny Scalf, George P, Matt Moore, Dean Root, Inquisitor Thomas, Bronwyn Haller, Kaidosaurus, Bootsy, and Megan Myrick are all wonderful patrons over on Patreon who have helped me to make all my content. So thank you so much for that. One other thing that I wanted to mention is that obviously today we are illustrating something based on art that was posted in our Discord, and in the link in the bio, hopefully you should find, if you're not already from Discord, you should find a link to our Discord which is open to everybody, and we would love to chat with you and share more ideas. So if you're looking for a community, we have a very, very friendly one, very, very kind one, so I'd highly recommend saying hi to them. Mara Kuntz, hello, hi, welcome. I just saw your your comment on my video, so thank you very, very much for being very, very kind and generous. I would probably type something to that effect in reply to your comment, but that was a really lovely comment to read, so thank you very much for subscribing and for watching. Moonring has our first suggestion, maybe like some kind of ancient golem guarding dead civilization. Very cool. I feel like is it Chinese temple dogs? I love the way they look. Anyway, I really like that idea. Hi Styrex, hi, hello. Yes, Laval says Tomb Guardian. We're getting lots of Guardian Tomb stuff. Guards a dungeon full of goodies. Has neutral alignment. Will just guard whatever it's told to. I like that. We get good boy energy from this. And also, what was it? Right next to them in the cabinet, Nancy showed a photo of someone who looks like they're throwing a ball for this thing, like they're playing fetch with it. So, definitely good boy energy. Like the idea of a construct. Sorry, my hair is going right in my mouth today. I've not even got gloss on my lips. Idea of a construct created by a wizard for guarding purposes. Leo asks if that's a Aegith in the background, or the planet Saturn. I don't know what that means, or where Saturn might be. Are you talking about? Where are we? Where are we? Come on. There's such a delay on this thing. Come on, show me where I'm pointing. I don't even know. Basically, you're talking about the light over here, this guy, because yeah. Otherwise, that's a clock over there. Oh yeah, let me get that. So, the color scheme in this room is sort of like orange and I guess like forest green maybe, and we found this. We always go charity shopping and stuff, so we found this like little 60s clock. And usually clocks really bother me because of ADHD stuff, so like the ticking will just constantly really annoy me, but this one not so much, so it gets to stay. This is just a little light over here. This is so this is a light, but you might be seeing like a lensing effect. And I have like 3 of these set up as my sort of like miniature lights around here, so that I can like 3-point lighting system my face because I'm terribly vain. And otherwise, this stuff is just I'm going to London next week for a kind of birthday week, which is very, very exciting. But in order to do that, I need to make sure that that everything is done, that all my work is done, all my commissions are finished, and I have no more videos waiting for me because I have a video going up on Monday and then the following Monday after that. So there's like not really going to be much time. So the little red dots, if that's what you're pointing at, are the things that tell me what is a high priority. I need to do that really urgently. So, Nancy, who took the photo in the first place, says, if he's a Tomb Guardian, I feel you could get past him by throwing a ball. Definitely, that needs to be written into his stats. Vulnerability to ball-based distraction. Foodog says, yes, Laval. Yes, definitely. I think that's absolutely the term. Good boy energy. Yes, very, very good boy. Leo suggests fire elemental. Amazing. Moonring says, nice shirt, by the way. Thank you very much. This was actually this is a kimono. I'm a little bit obsessed with kimonos, and I'm a tiny bit concerned that it's like, is this cultural appropriation or not? I don't know, but I just really like it, and it was in a charity shop, and I think it's fun. So until someone tells me that this is a bad idea to wear, I like anything that billows. I always say whiff, although whiff sounds like smell, but I like anything whiffy that just kind of flows around. Leo's favourite colours are orange and green. Lovely. Reese Jones says the way it looks is very feline and reptilian-esque. I can get behind that. And Yorick says, hello, I'm afraid I can't stay too long since your grandpa's birthday. Oh, fantastic. No worries. Very high priority. Say hi to your grandpa for us and happy birthday. If we do a construct, how about some new material like wood or coral? Kimono she better don't, says Ollie, who knows my absolute obsession with RuPaul's Drag Race. I think I'm not going to go construct with it. I want, because he's already made of quite a sturdy material, I really want to make something that is organic out of these shapes. You know, I want to realize this creature, which I realize now I am not even showing you. There we go. I want to realize this creature in actual form. Yes, Laval says, if it's in a charity shop where anyone can buy it, I'd assume the owner was okay with that. Yes, that's the hope. That's the hope. I think that's fine. Besides, I shouldn't really get into the whole, like, cultural appropriation thing when it comes to clothing. Anyway. What about aberrations, says Moonring? I mean, potentially. I think he looks kind of cute. Are there any cute aberrations? I mean, he maybe looks a little menacing, but also a tiny bit cute. My gut is that he's a good boy. Like Moose Dog. With these terrifyingly huge eyes. They just stare into your soul forever. Also, I am also fully aware that this is just like when we created Drippy, the Ooze Griffin mascot of the channel. This guy is definitely going to look derpy. But how are you all doing today? How's your week going? How about an Asimar wolf? Very cool. I think it should just be a monstrosity. That's my gut feeling as well, Yorick. Nancy says he can't bite with that mouth. Poor chap his tusks are ground right down. Yes, definitely. I will be keeping, whether those were supposed to be like that, whether they were supposed to be sharp, or if they like ground down over time, or whatever. Like the kind of almost hippo-like at best tusks that he's got. I love how just flat and not useful those are at all. The drippy eyes, they have returned. I mean, look at those eyes. Look at this guy. He has drippy eyes in the statue. Looks like Imp from Elden Ring. Ah, I'm so excited to play Elden Ring, guys. Like, are you playing it? I want to hear everything about it. How are you doing? How are you enjoying it? Do you find it as hard as Dark Souls? I don't know what Imp looks like, but if he looks like this, I want to meet him. Maybe this could be a new player race. Oh, goodness. I tell you what, actually, from the statue, did any of you guys watch, I don't know if it was Treasure Planet or Titan AE, but there were two films that came out in very similar time frames in my head. And they both had this kind of vibe, and there was some kind of alien in one of them where, I don't know, he kind of looked like a derpy, hairless horse guy. And I'm getting that kind of vibe from this. Okay, I meant to make this guy look derpy, but now he's straying into menacing territory really quickly. So I'm going to try and give him the weird, like, kind of pig meets like cropped pit bull ears, which don't crop your pit bull ears. That's cruel, but they look like little pig ears or something. He's also looking a tiny bit like a Muppet. Oh, I really love him. This is just for me. I should read your comments. Right. I missed the part that it's based on a photo. Oh, so yeah. Okay, so Yvonne is too tired to join me today, so there is no one monitoring the stream, which means I'm reading your comments and also totally forgetting what screen I've got you guys on. So every now and again I keep glancing over and being like, oh yeah, you're on the drawing screen. So I totally forgot that this was based on a photo. And to make sure that you see that. Hello! Hi Kat, how are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Weren't you streaming like a second ago? I feel like I missed your stream announcement while I was getting ready. So yeah, we don't know who this guy is, what he is. We've got like maybe over here we've got like let me go on to the reference photo here. So we've got maybe lion's mane, we got spikes, we got like moose nose, we've got like pit bull head, we've got just no neck whatsoever, and like, or like the arms come out of the neck or something. He's gangly, he's got a really long like body, like when you pick up a cat and they just keep extending and extending. And then he's got these feet that have like an opposable thumb on the back that I want to draw. And yeah, I'm going to need a lot of help making this guy something. I don't know what, but I like the idea of Temple Guardian, and I like the idea of this goofy little guy being quite dog-like. But yes, let me read some of your comments because I'm getting very distracted. If you can't tell, my ADHD meds have worn off, so this is going to be interesting. Yorick says he's definitely from Titan AE. Thank you so much for clearing that up. Yes, definitely. Elden Ring is pretty fun, but man, those imps are annoying. Are the imps like D&D imps? Are they small? Are they big? What's the deal with them? What do they do? Why are they so annoying? Leo has started watching a BBC bedtime thing now, so he says goodbye. Okay, no worries. Well, thank you for being here, Leo. Are the back spikes flames? Good question. They're a peculiar spike to give this guy. He could go down a kind of Nothic route if we made them into actual spikes or fins or something, but they could be flames. My favourite Pokemon is well, I have like 3 favourite Pokemon, and they're all the like the Cyndaquil up to Typhlosion kind of like flaming hedgehog look, so that does appeal to me. ES Laval says Jess tries to draw something menacing and it turned cute. Tries to draw something cute and it turns menacing. That is my curse. Starrick says that mouth, I'm getting flashbacks to the horse with a dog's mouth. Oh yes, that is so creepy. Why is that so unsettling? It's just really, really uncool. Kat says, I'm all done now, finished unpacking, very emotional. Oh, was it an emotional game? Steve says, I wonder if this is designed with perspective in mind. It has some odd proportions, perhaps because it was designed to be looked at from below. That's a really interesting thought that I had never conceived of. Nancy, how big was this thing? Was it like a large object that might be looked at from below or something? Flaming Hedgehog is a great band name. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's my wife bringing me a cup of coffee because she's a lovely person. I appreciate that. Thank you. And still what remains of my juice. But yes, we've got this guy, and I think like now he just looks like he's laughing, which I've got time for, honestly. Let me see about shrinking him down. So, are we going with flames? Are we going with like spiritual flames? Oh, it's tiny, is it? I see. I get the impression that this is like a massive piece. But I suppose it was in a glass display cabinet, so maybe it has to be kind of small. Moonring says, imps are like mini gargoyles. Okay, that's cool. He was only small. He is tiny. Maybe it tucks into a ball via, like Sonic, with the spines along its back are blades made of bone. That is very cool. I like the idea of that. Hyena and Null vibes, absolutely. Yes. Either way, this is a challenging thing to draw in terms of its structure, because I want to make sure that I maintain the kind of weird proportions that it has, while trying to make it also look like a living organic thing. So it's going to be real gangly. I also quite like the idea of it being kind of massive, like maybe direwolf sized or something. Should see Watchdog in Elden Ring. They're really weird. It's just a mohawk. Because it's just a punk dog. I like that idea. One of the things that I'm really liking about this is how, like, if you look at the hands, they don't look totally paw-like to me. They look like hands. So that's how I'm going to interpret them. And then over here we've got hands with like a thumb, kind of like more paw-like hands, but with like a thumb on the back. Yes, as tall as a man seems like a good idea. Yeah, I think it'd be best if it was either medium or large. Yeah, totally. Let's go with that. Because I think if you go too massive, then the goofiness kind of goes away. And if you go too small, then the menacingness kind of goes away. And we want to kind of keep both, don't we? So... I don't know what has happened to my pen. There we go. Oh dear, I can hear the noise of my laptop struggling with this already. Maybe a Warforged Null. Very cool. The shape of the spikes remind me of kukiri knives. Yes, absolutely, they do, don't they? Broken weapon stuck in the skin, super grim. The back feet look vaguely avian. They totally do. Okay, right, so like eagle feet for sure. We totally need to do that. It's getting like a little bit like a false griffin kind of look, I guess. Like Nothic meets false griffin, but kind of goofy as well. And then we've got this really long body that I want to make sure we can see. I'm going to go for slightly wider hips here, because I don't know why, but I just really like drawing that. I think it just kind of adds a very organic element to it, even though like very few creatures in the real world have like their hips really stand out like that. It just looks good to me. If you make it too big, it would be the Cloverfield monster. I hope not. This is Long Boy. Good boy, Long Boy. Temple Guardian. I mean, maybe going down the gargoyle route is a good idea, because maybe like gargoyles, they're supposed to look really fearsome, and they are like summoned by mages or whatever to guard places, and half of the job is like all their points went into loyalty and like looking terrifying, but they're actually kind of harmless, and the whole thing is to make them look as scary as possible, so that you don't try and attack, but really they can be distracted by belly rubs. I think I'm going to have some kind of knee things as well. Also, if we go down the whole like Temple Guardian route, then he's a good boy, it's a him. Then his I'm not actually liking quite where I've put that. Then the flames or spikes on the back could be like spiritual fire, like a kind of eerie, ghostly, kind of like green fire or something. Would be kind of cool. Okay. Right, I'm going to need a final verdict on one of these spikes or fire, and I'm going to have my coffee, and I'm going to read some of your comments so far. Right. Am I excited for the auto-gnome? No, they can burn in the lowest pits of Avernus. It looks like reptilian demons from Devil May Cry. Sorry, in a very Devil May Cry mood in the past couple of days. Don't you worry, it's been ages since I thought about Devil May Cry, actually, but very happy to, always. Every character I ever want to make in any game always has white hair, and I don't know if it's because of Dante or if I've just always had this kind of vision in my head of white hair being cool. Either way, like, I keep getting marketed something very incorrect for me. For a start, it's like just for men kind of hair dye at the moment, which, A, my hair is jet black. I have some grey hairs that are coming. Secondly, I'm not a man. So I don't know who this is for, but it ain't me. Also, like, I'm looking forward to having white hair. Like, all of my characters have white hair. I want to have white hair. Ideally in like a cool silver streak, like, you know, like a badger or something like that would be cool AF. But I'll take whatever I can get. Right. Ollie says, I'm heading out very soon to paint big minis for 3 hours. Hell yeah. I'm rushing to get my stuff together, but I'm watching. Don't you worry, Ollie. You just do you. You enjoy yourself. Enjoy painting your minis, and we will be here. Nancy says, maybe like gargoyles, they are stone, but at least until you threaten the treasure. That's very cool. Like an ambush monster. I like that a lot. Steve likes the wagging tail. Absolutely. Leo would definitely say fire. What if they're wings? Ooh, I'd never considered that possibility, but they do look a bit like cricket wings or dragonfly wings, actually, don't they? That would be, I've never seen that on a design before, and we could be a first. Steve says, I think fire, and yes, they can become wings. It's all good stuff. Mara, did I call you Maria earlier? Sorry, Mara. That's an even cooler name. This is so sweet. I want to hug this dork dog. Yes, absolutely. I feel like he would give razor sharp hugs, but I'm with you. I want to give him a hug too. Maybe the fire only burns a trespasser. Maybe that's it. Like a kind of vampire, there are rules to who the fire can burn. I want to run screaming from this dog. Also an understandable conclusion. Nancy says, or they are like hydras, teeth, and they can be shed to make more monsters. Ooh, that is a cool idea too. I like the idea of them being fire, says Kat, because I'm picturing them being like shrine guardians, and there are sometimes grand torches either side of those entrances, so it could be incorporated into that. Oh yes, okay, so we could do that, and then maybe they're like ambient lighting statues, so like when the mood and the tone shifts, the fire changes colour, right? So these guys, when they're following you around, because they don't really have like eyebrows and stuff, you can tell their mood based on what colour the fire is that's emanating from their back, and it'll never hurt their master and never hurt their friends. I can't wait for the grey hair either. It's so cool and elegant. Yes, more of us need to age gracefully, and just, oh god, what was I watching the other day? Yes, it was Yellow Jackets, the TV show, which is one of my favourite TV shows of all time as of right now. There's only like one season, but it's so weird and so cool. And it was nice to see some cool ass, gorgeous, sexy, amazing women who had aged like humans rather than being like super, I don't know. I don't want to shame anyone either. That's the issue. I want to elevate all women, but it was cool. It was just nice to see like you don't have to look a certain way and you can still be fucking amazing. Reese Jones says, Dante and Virgil and Nero do make white hair look good. Yes, they absolutely do. I hope I could look like that. Steve says, I'm going to say grey. I'm going so grey, sorry. So I'm way ahead of most of you, it seems. Well, don't worry, spoilers, this is not real hair. So it's okay. Even if it hurts, it would be worth it. Oh. You mean talking about giving him a hug? It kind of looks like a devil persona. Grim. And Yorick says, looks like I'll have to go. I wish you luck, Jess. Thank you so much for being here, Yorick. It's lovely to see you always. And again, wish your grandpa happy birthday from me and hopefully from everybody else in the community as well. Right. I have just spilled coffee down myself because I'm classy. Right. Let's carry on. So we're thinking fire, right? I like the idea of fire. I like the colour changing fire. I think this is cool. Coffee is now absolutely everywhere, and I'll be tasting it for ages. How many spikes have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 big plumes of fire. Maybe I need to make him smaller on this screen. So now comes the detail stage, and I'm going to need your help while we're doing this to figure out what kind of creature he actually is. Are we sticking with monstrosity? Are we going with demon? Are we going with just general fiend? Or are we doing something else? And what does he do? What are the operating parameters of this creature? You know, how strong is he? What abilities does he have? How does he guard tombs in the way that he does? I need your input on this, because then hopefully I can finally stick this up on Instagram and we can have some stats for this creature and you can use it in your games for free, which will be very, very fun. So I'm also thinking of going quite, well, I mean, if you follow the channel, then you know I like to go quite wild with colours. So I'm not going to make this guy like rust-coloured and stone-coloured and stuff like that, because this statue is a tribute to Snowdrop, whatever this crazy dog creature is. So I'm going to make my own colours because I'm going to have fun with it. So you are just going to have to deal. But I'm excited. I want the fire to be kind of like a green colour in this, so I might go for purple. Spoilers, pink and green. Always the colours that I go for. Excuse you. Skin, please. What else we got? Nancy says, colour changing fire is excellent. Does he just pad around behind people, changing colour according to how they are feeling? Oh, maybe he's like totally an empath. Yeah, maybe he reads the mood of the room, and that's how he's able to understand if you are like friend or foe, and whether or not he needs to attack. Like if he can sense your intentions about whether or not you're going to rob a temple, he will definitely try and stop you. But if you seem like a friend, he'll look after you. I think I need to include that. Do I? No. Head, and then do a layer beneath, layer, new layer for body. Empath dog sounds very, very good. Yes, thank you. Maybe he's a chef that cooks stuff on his back. I think you could definitely use him for that. Definitely. Advantage on all cooking-based skills when you're around this guy. A friend would throw a ball. Yes, they would. What if the back flames had a hypnotic effect? Interesting. How'd that work? What do you want to go for? He looks up with his big sad eyes. Oh. You can cast suggestion, but the suggestion is always throw ball or give treat. Well, yes, that's definitely happening. Yeah, 1000% that. Yes, please. Food. It's like my little Frenchy Myrtle. If she could, like, speak, that's literally all she'd say, is just food. Yes, food, more food. Beef. Give me beef. I kind of want, like, actually looking at the image, these little fins on the back of the arms here also look like the same sort of flames that we have elsewhere. So I'm going to kind of like cut them off in my sketch and then turn them into little like elbow flames, because I think that'd be weird and we've not seen that before. There we go. But tell me about your weeks. What have you got planned? Have you got your sessions this week? Are you playing D&D? And how swiftly are you going to include a little snowdrop here in your campaigns once he's available? Because I'm writing a mage school campaign right now, and I know for damn sure that this guy's going to be in it somewhere. I don't know where. We need to finalize, we need to figure out what's going on with this video, and then I can think of where I'm going to place him, but he's definitely going in. Don't mind me, that is just the loudest train I have ever heard going past. Good grief. Usually they don't get picked up on this, but apparently this one does. Arms, and then we do his butt. There you go. Right, what else have we got in the chat while I'm procrastinating? Moonring's got to go. Thank you very much for being here, Moonring. Is this coconut milk? Elbow flames are amazing. Thank you very much. Reese says, make the fire look like a Technicolor Dreamcoat. I definitely will, don't you worry. My last 4 games got cancelled at the last minute. Bit gutted about that, still ever onwards. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you get a chance to play a bit more. The texture on the elbow flames is the same as the tail, so maybe the tail is fire too. Yes, 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 yes. I like that a lot. Thomas Clark. You seem new. Hello. I don't recognise your name. So, do you just use a round brush with pressure opacity for sketching? I think my canvas size might be too small. The edges look a bit gross. Okay, yes. So, basically, I get told off all the time for making my canvases too big, but I can't resist. So I do in fact use a very, very big canvas. I don't actually know the size of this canvas because basically I make a, what is it? Here we go. Made a custom sized thing here. This is hilariously too big. Okay, so it's like 10,000 by 10,000 pixels. It's massive. All my file sizes are way too big. Don't laugh at me, okay? And then it's 600 DPI. And I think if my wife is watching this stream, she's about to storm upstairs and tell me, this is why my laptop's so slow, because she edits all my videos. So that's what I use, and then I stretch out further so that it fits fully on a YouTube screen. So it's actually bigger than that. So yes, be kind to me. I know it only needs to be 300 DPI because 600 DPI is like billboard scale. That's so you don't see any pixels on a billboard. There is no reason for this to be 600 DPI, but I cannot force myself to draw on anything smaller because I have a problem and I like routine, and yeah, I have ADHD, so that, yeah, it's the likelihood of there being a Venn diagram overlap with like the autistic kind of need to have things a certain way is probably quite likely. I don't know, but I feel comfortable with 600 DPI, and it's just a good feeling, and anything smaller feels like I'm drawing on something tiny, but I don't need to, I shouldn't. In terms of what brushes I use, so I'm not using a standard brush. I am using to sketch with. It's called Happy HB, as in, you know, like pencil brush. And that is from Kyle Webster. Now, Kyle Webster he is an artist and a brush designer who works for Adobe. Now, so a lot of his brushes are actually free with Adobe CC. However, you can buy his brushes for other things, I believe, but I like a lot of his brushes. Thankfully, they were free for me because I'm stupid enough to pay for Adobe CC, again, because I have a problem. I've learned Adobe now, so I just can't stop, even though it's ludicrously, stupidly overpriced. But yes, I recommend that. It's a very nice little brush. Let me just show you up close what it looks like. So yeah, it's not quite a perfect circle, and it leaves a little bit of texture, and I have the sensitivity very, very high so that I can sketch quite well. For my line work, I tend to use another one of his brushes called Classic Cartoonist because it tapers off in a really pleasing way, and it just looks like a smudgy kind of, you know, it looks like, basically I came from a background of using pencils and then using brush pens to draw, so I wanted to find, I spent ages searching for brushes that felt like the pencils and pens that I in particular was already used to, again through comfort reasons. So that's just me. You don't have to do any of those things, whatever makes you comfortable, but I hope that helps. I'm now going to look at all the comments of people laughing at my terrible ideas here. Oh no, you're being very kind. What's wrong with you? Ben says, just got here and I'm already horrified. Yes, justifiable, Ben. Thank you very much for being here for a start. Ben is one of my patrons, so lovely to see you. It'd be lovely to see you if you weren't one of my patrons, but it is good to see you. We are drawing this mythical unknown animal from the V&A that Nancy took a photo of and posted in Discord. And I thought he looked like a happy dog. Also, Nancy took a photo of someone who looked like they were throwing fetch for this, who was in the same exhibit. So this is a temple dog of some description. But he also looks like a very happy moose and a psychotic pit bull that's on fire with spikes and has really weird gangly limbs. So we're making him, and he's going to be a friend. He is going to have a rainbow fire tail. Yes, the Pride Protector. Definitely. Definitely. You are new here. Oh, well, welcome to the community. I hope I have not scared you off by that huge amount of chat. Is he meant to be a good doggo or evil doggo? Good question. I think he's a good doggo. He's got good boy energy. But he is a little bit menacing. So he's a temple guardian, is what we're working with so far, who is a complete empath. So the fires on his back, these little spikes are going to be fires. They change colour to denote what mood he's reading from the room, what emotion he's feeling, what mood the party and other stuff is kind of feeling. And his fires don't hurt you if he likes you or if you're his friend. But if you have harmful intentions, if you're going to steal from the temple he's supposed to be guarding from, then the fires hurt. So I think he's a very, very good boy, very, very derpy. We're going with a little bit of telepathy as well, so he can tell you to fetch balls. But otherwise, yeah, that's about it. Thomas Clark says, oh my gosh, I think we have the opposite problem with canvas size. Perhaps I'll take a little cue from you. One of my favourite brushes is that Happy HB. Yes, it is a really, really good one, isn't it? You are welcome to show my pic of the doggy and owner if you want. Oh, thank you very much. I will, you know what, I will do that. Just so you can see this. It's so charming. Let me scroll up a tiny bit. Yeah, here we go. So this is Nancy's actual image at that gallery, at that museum. And look at this. Like that guy just playing fetch with that dog. I know there's probably meant to be like a spear here or something, but like for sure, that person is throwing a ball for a dog. Like honestly, and that, look how excited he looks. Look how cute he is. He's thrilled by this. He just wants people to play. That's the face of like, I have been here for centuries. Yeah, let's play. So yes, I mean, to be honest, with the dog, it doesn't matter if it's been centuries or if it's been 15 minutes, but you know, he probably thinks it's been centuries. But yes, thank you very much for letting me share your photo, Nancy. Dude is giving the dog a solid thumbs up. Yeah, absolutely. Oh dear, oh dear. But I'm going down to London next week, as I say, for a kind of birthday treat. We have some very, very cool things planned, but I might go and see this guy actually in the Not So Flesh, because I like the idea of the V&A. We've got a fairly busy week planned while we're down there. Lots of very, very exciting stuff to do. Mostly food, if we're honest. It's going to be quite a significant amount of food. Because why wouldn't you? But also, if any of you have any things that you would recommend doing in London, especially if they're nerdy, please let me know, because I would love to hear your ideas. If you have been. I know a lot of you guys are in America. I think, like, in terms of viewing numbers, I think it's like America, then Germany, in terms of people who watch my stuff. But if any of you have been to London and know any cool stuff, I haven't been to London in like 5 years, so I've totally missed out. He might be disco dancing dad style. Oh my god, yes, absolutely. Go and see him. Yeah, well, I mean, now that we're drawing him, I have to. Mara is from Germany. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I've done to like attract the German crowd. Also, I have never met an unfriendly German person on all of my videos and stuff. Everyone's like not just nice, but like ludicrously nice. I love it. I have so much time for German people right now. Wet London. I mean, I don't know if you're saying you went to London a long time ago or you went to wet London. Either way, both are correct. Like, London is very wet. London makes you sneeze uncontrollably. Is that because of the underground? Because, like, every time I'm on the underground, if you blow your nose after going on the underground, like, it's black. There's just so much soot under there. It is grim. But even though mask mandates have been technically removed in England, we are still going to be wearing masks pretty much the entire time. Mara says, my favourite place in London was the Tate Modern. Yes, very, very good call. But I guess that's not a niche thing. It doesn't have to be niche if it's fun. That's the thing. Like, there's no pressure to come up with something niche. Just fun is the order of the day. Does that mean I'm nice? Thank you. Of course you are nice. You're lovely. Thank you for being here. I'm very, very glad to know you. In whatever limited capacity I know you. You know what I mean. Either way, it's very nice to have you here. You are very nice. Right. Yes, you think that about the soot as well. That is weird. I don't know if it's soot or dirt or what, but the underground, yes, it's weird. I'm not looking forward to the underground. Right, so I've been doing way better with going out, actually, well, I'm not drawing on. I'll just, because this is going to be a tiny interlude. I've been doing way better with, oh yeah, by the way, look, check this out. I did little stars on my face today. I'm trying something new every time I do my makeup for video, but I did like little stars on the sides. Never tried that before. Yeah, so Yvonne and I have been obviously very cautious about the pandemic. And she has an 87-year-old grandmother and an 87-year-old grandfather and, all this kind of stuff. And she had a fall at the beginning of the pandemic. So she was very unwell. And we weren't so certain what was going on there. So we haven't really been testing much in terms of, we've been testing for corona, but like we haven't been testing in terms of going out much. We haven't been very sociable outdoors for about the past 3 years, and a side effect of that is certainly the idea that not necessarily agoraphobia, but like a severe hesitancy to be in public places. I think we can all relate to that, but I'm concerned that we, or rather I, let's be honest, have been leaning on that quite heavily. It's been a safety thing. So I've been trying recently to do a lot more social stuff and go out and see more people. I've been going to Glasgow a fair bit and Edinburgh a fair bit, because if you didn't know, I'm in Scotland. And I am hesitant about London because I know it's very, very busy, and I know safety things are different in England than they are in Scotland. But I'm feeling confident. I think we've done really well. I'm feeling much more confident about being in public spaces right now. I'm not hugely confident about the tube because my memories of being in the tube when I worked and lived in London were being compressed up against a lot of other people, and when you've been living with kind of like the idea of being 6 feet apart at all times, like TV programs where there was crowds and stuff used to get, like have been giving me anxiety. Not recently. I think I've done a lot of work on it and I'm feeling fairly confident, and we will definitely be taking the tube. Like we will that's unavoidable. You have to in London, but I think we'll be walking as much as possible, but still wearing masks a lot of the time. Anyway, I don't know why I wanted to do an aside of that. Here we are. What have you guys been saying? Favourite place in London is the Tate Modern. Yes. Camden is pretty cool. Yes, Camden is my favourite place on earth. Okay, so I would go if I had a day left to live. I would go to Camden. I think it's like just for the food stalls alone, but also for just the vibrancy and the colour of life and just the environment there is so intoxicating and beautiful. I feel like I've only ever seen Camden on a summer's day, by the way, which is probably why I'm this elated about it. But also Camden has Rudy's Vegan Diner. I am vegan. Rudy's Vegan Diner is something I'm very excited about. American food really excites me, and yes, we're definitely going there. But yes, Camden is amazing. Good call. Pretty Little Stars, thank you very much. That makes you the star of the show. I see what you did there, Ben. Inspiration point for you. Exactly the same. Being hesitant to protect vulnerable people in our lives. I've not been out in pubs and whatnot since the start of 2020 to shield my mum, who's 86 and not terribly well. Absolutely, yeah, totally. It's really hard when there are old people in your life and stuff like that. That like you feel like you're taking an extra risk, and sometimes it can be really frustrating when you think that other people aren't concerned about the impact of their actions. Like there was a decent length of time during the pandemic where I didn't want to go to the shops because all I could think of was the idea that me getting a sandwich could end up killing someone, you know. And it sounds like hyperbole, but at the same time it's like, yeah, I can't stop thinking about that, and I kind of wish other people wouldn't worry about it so much, but would at least have that in their minds, so that when we're bumping into people or people are spitting at you in the street and stuff like that, because that did genuinely happen in Edinburgh, and that, you know, like that they would think about they could be ending lives by doing that, you know. I think yeah, anyway, that's a depressing note. Let's get back to it. The tube has been way less sardine-like since lockdown, thank goodness. Oh, brilliant. Are you in London? I feel you. The worst thing for me is that the fear isn't unfounded, but you do still have to live with all of this. Yeah, absolutely. It's like there was some conversation about, what was it? The consideration that COVID might be switched to an endemic, which, if you don't know, I mean, you probably do, but just in case you don't, it was news to me, the kind of definition, but endemic, like malaria, is an endemic, that it is as bad as it's ever been, but we can't afford to keep worrying about it in the same degree that we have been consistently, so we're just going to call it something different, basically. So, like, that doesn't fill me with a great sense of happiness. The US version of Camden is the exact opposite, says Mark. Oh my goodness, I didn't even know there was a Camden in the US. Where is it? What's it like? Ollie says, okay, I'm now at the game shop for paint night. Have a good draw. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night, Ollie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Gaming Gecko says, just tuned in. What's up? Hello. Hi. So we are, before I got in a very depressing ramble, we are drawing this guy who Nancy took a photo of in the V&A Museum, and is an earthenware Tomb Guardian beast from China. And no one knows quite what beast it is, but we got like weird kind of dog moose energy, and we're going to turn it into a homebrew monster with your help. So I need your ideas for what we can do for it. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, you live in London? Oh my goodness. No way. Well, yes, I definitely want your recommendations then. Also, you have canonical wolf stats, so that's definitely worth knowing. You're just outside, but can get in within an hour. Oh, no way. Are you like sort of... The only thing I can think that's like an hour away, because I grew up around that area, is like... Windsor was like the nearest town that I can think of. But, yeah. Actually, you don't have to answer that, obviously, because, you know, personal information and what have you. But, you know, are you near Windsor? Windsor's cool. Paige says, on a lighter note, scenario for all. Yes, thank you very much. All your D&D characters are in a single party together. How effed are they? Oh my goodness. So yeah, all my D&D characters. I've not had too many, I'll be honest. And they're not all elves, are they? No. They're very different tonally. So I have an elven ranger with a wolf for a pet. I have like a very edgy demon wizard and a possessed like demon like barbarian, I guess would be the 5e equivalent. And Wyatt Reese, the wise talking cowboy, who just lied. He had no skills and no survival whatsoever. He's just very, very good at lying. So you know what? None of them are very capable. One of them has very high charisma. I think they might be okay actually. But I've mostly been a DM, so. You forgot the Science Museum. Oh yes, very, very good call. Mark says, I'm in the US getting ready to see Brian Cox front row. So feeling a little British today. You can have some of my Britishness. I have some to spare, so you can definitely have some of mine to go extra. You may now drink tea with your pinky out. You've leveled up. ES Laval says, Science Museum and Aquarium are the best things in London. Yes, goodness me, aquariums. I do love an aquarium. That might be something we have to do. I hope Yvonne is seeing this because she's got our like itinerary, our plan of what we're doing. So we're a little bit of a go at the aquarium. I've also heard that there is like the first first shop exclusively designed to clothe trans people that I'm excited to maybe go and see. Because I have one set of heels right now, and they're very amazing. I really love them. They were also bought by Yvonne's 87-year-old grandmother for me when I first came out. And they are wonderful and a true gift, but I do also maybe need more sets of shoes. Because it's going to be my birthday, and I really want some. Fire dough, amazing, fantastic, well done. Reese, you can have an inspiration point as well. Are we talking ones we've gotten to play or ones that we are counting concept ones as well? I think it's only ones that you've got to play, because if it's the ones that we've got in concept, then we've got like a city's worth each. Come on, Sam, you know this. You've got a bunch. Paige, mine would be the Spider-Man meme with all the same people pointing at each other. Do you play the same character? Are they like self-reflections, or do you just like have this one type of character that you really love to play? AS Level says, I feel like my D&D characters would split into two groups, sweet dumbass ones and cynical selfish ones who just want to nick shiny stuff. Yes, very fair. Okay, because as the default DM, I've played a solid 4 characters, only one of which I got to play for more than 10 games. Oh, bless you. Okay, right, yes. Same. You know what? Yes, for all the DMs out there, I too have only played like 4 characters, so yeah, let's include some of your favourites in here. Okay, hang on here. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I keep forgetting that I've got a Bluetooth keyboard, so like it only kicks in like halfway through everything. And now I've accidentally hit the like agree button on this very, very long process, whatever on earth this is going to be that I've never seen before. So I've got the little spinny wheel of doom. What are you doing? Okay. Undo brush tool. Okay, it doesn't seem to have changed anything, so we should be fine. I hope, at least. Fire! Yeah! Yeah, thank you. So... Don't worry, I'm doing the fire green right now, but I'm just doing that for contrast and so that I can make a little clipping mask of it to turn into all the colours of the rainbow, because we have decided that this guy is obviously pride themed. Well, it's got pride fire. It's because it's got emotional fire. It's got the emotional fire. Sounds like the kind of tagline in like a really cheesy film about like, have you got the emotional fire, Johnny? I do. I'm going to protect the family. I've got the fire, the emotional fire. Coming straight to DVD. In a world where you've got emotional fire. No, I don't know about bulbing out like that too much. Let's have that come back in. There we go. And then just here. Yeah. A little bit of white. It won't fill in there. There we go. Let's get some dribble coming out of his mouth. 'Cause he's dribbly. Do 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 do. 'Cause he's dribbly. Make a dribble layer. Dribble. He's got dribble. He's a little dribbly. There we go. Little bit dribble. Let's save him and I can have a look at some more of your comments. just my face. Right, let's see. Oh God. What are you saying to it? So, oh, where are you going? I'm going to London, Willem, next week. Steve says, I've only PC'd once. He was a painter, decorator, and accidental warlock. Love that. I need to hear so much more about him. Mine are idiotic, charismatic, middle-aged pirates. Male present... Oh, I'm sorry. Pirates. I misread that. Male presenting non-binary pirates. I love everything about that. I have... even though I've not seen it yet, I have strong... oh God, what is it? The new Taika Waititi film. Like that. I'm already obsessed with all the art that I've seen. But yes, love it. Styrax says... In terms of all games, a vampire doctor, a half-dragon beastmaster, a dinosaur paladin of an elven god, a hippie priest, a male witch of Nostradamus, or in the style of Nostradamus, a Viking with a Napoleon complex. Amazing. That's fantastic. Not a reflection, but many parts of you, Mara. Wonderful. Monochrome dribble, yes, don't worry, it'll be very flavoursome at some point. Flavoursome, that was the wrong choice of words. If the flames are going to be rainbow, why not add something to do with chemicals needed to change the fire colour? Maybe like poison or acid spit of some sort to represent it, but fire claw attacks. Interesting, I like the idea of that. Maybe we could use the... prismatic spray or something like that, or chaos bolt kind of deal, that whatever emotion he's feeling changes the colour of the flames and subsequently the damage of attacks that he deals, or something like that. You've got a stupid human folk barbarian sorry, I thought human folk was like a new species. A folk hero barbarian, a pirate bugbear barbarian, a schizophrenic vampire blood hunter, an easygoing drunken dragonborn monk. They'd have one heck of a time. Lots of drink, yeah, definitely. Goodness me. And Mara says, I've based the looks on Seahawk from the new She-Ra series. You know what? I've not watched She-Ra. Like, I feel like a terrible queer for having not watched She-Ra. But I need to. And maybe I'll watch some of that on the train journey down, or something like that. But I love the art style. And I've been recommended so much to go and watch it because I love Steven Universe, and I hear it's got a similar sort of energy to it. But yes, bravo. Human folk, the new player race. Yes, definitely. What would a human folk be like? Wait, hang on. 1 second. 1 second. It's me. There we go. Oof. Oh, right. Where was I? God, I'm getting so distracted, guys. I don't know how you're keeping up with all of this, but I'm getting hella distracted. Right. Let's get some line work on the go. On the head section. Oh, you're not actually able to see what I'm drawing right now. Let's change that. There we go. If you ever can't see the drawing and I'm clearly drawing something, just let me know, and because I will have just definitely forgotten to do all those things, to change over. What did I use for this colour? Did I use the mid purple like a sensible girl, or did I use my deep purple? I think I used the right purple. Do you also have ADHD, Styrex? I can't believe I've just read that. Can't judge you for being distracted while I'm listening to you while also playing Total Warhammer 3. Like, I heard you like entertainment, so I thought I'd play some entertainment while I watch my entertainment. But yes, I can't slight you either because I'm obviously in the same boat. You know, I'm going to make this sketch slightly lighter so I can see a bit more of everything. There we go. I like his wrinkles. I kind of get the feeling that, like, is it a chow dog or a what kind of dog is it? Like, they look really beautiful anyway. They're kind of like super wrinkly ones that look like their wrinkles are just made out of velvet or something. They look adorable anyway. I can't remember the name. Maybe you know who I'm talking about. Instagram keeps recommending them to me as like puppies, being like, hey, look how cute this is. And yes, they are very cute. I'm never doing a puppy again though. Like, we are always going to have dogs. Like, we will definitely have dogs forever. But Myrtle was such a handful, and like, she's so cute now, but she was such an absolute terror to look after as a pup. Like, it's put me off having puppies. Not put me off the experience of puppies, but put me off having my own puppy forevermore. So we'll be getting nice, sweet old dogs who are very demanding and who have been very pampered from there on in. Just like us. Because we dat, basically. Flicking between this and Reddit, so yeah, okay. So it seems like you're all roughly in the same boat as me. Okay, I'm in good company. I do not feel judged. I appreciate this. So I should mention as well, this is not my only stream this week. I have left everything to the last minute, so I'm doing all of my Patreon stuff this week over on Twitch for the most part, and I should definitely say, I totally know my own schedule because this is a professional outfit, but I am drawing. Oh yeah, tomorrow's the Patreon draw together. We need to think of a topic. I've not even thought of a topic for that. So tomorrow, God, I've not set this up at all. Basically, tomorrow around this time on Twitch, if you want to come and watch, or if you're a patron, then you can contribute as well. There's this website who I can't remember the name of now. This is how organised I am. My goodness, why do you guys follow me? Basically, there's a thing that's almost exactly like a free version of Photoshop with like more limited brushes, and we're going to draw some stuff together. We can draw on the same canvas, and whether it's just like, you know, we can chat and chill and like either make a single image together or make our own stuff, but just hang out basically and draw. So if you want to like come and watch that, that'd be really cool. If you want to contribute and actually draw on the same canvas with me tomorrow, this time tomorrow, then not tomorrow. Friday. Oh God, what is wrong with my brain? Friday is when I'm doing that. Come and join me, and if you're on Patreon, then there'll be a link to follow and draw with me, and I need your help thinking of something that I can do as the topic, because I can't think of anything right now. something weird and fun, whether it's just like characters or something along those lines, maybe magic items or something, but it would be fun to do, and just like a nice little chill out on a Friday for those of us who aren't going outside. Speaking of Patreon, I'm super excited to see how you handle my commission for this month. Anna has been super excited to see about hers as well. Amazing. Yes, I did the first stream of the commissions. The next commission stream is on Saturday. So again, on Saturday, if you want to come and see your commission getting drawn, Ben, and Anna's as well, I will be drawing them then. I need to... would you ask Anna to message me a description of her character? Because I don't think she has yet. And I might forget, but I remember right now. So if you wouldn't mind asking her to send me on Patreon a description of her character so I can just get cracking on that. Sharpay, the type of dog, might be a good call. Paige says, good to know I'm not the only one looking between the stream and a game. Yes, Planet Zoo. Oh, amazing. Reese is paying full attention. Thank you very much. At least one person is, because it sure ain't me. I wish it was, but it is not. Okay. Yeah. I fancy giving this guy some fun little eyes. So the statue, I think, had sort of like concentric rings for eyes, and I think this would be quite a good way to get quite trippy with him, and quite unsettling to look at. Because again, we all know he's cute, and his attitude's going to be cute, but he could very easily be quite menacing to look at. Not look any good at all. No. You know what? I don't like that. I do not like that very much. I think we should go for just these. And then make the pupil quite vibrant. There we go. Friendly little guy. Looks like he eats brains. regrettably, you need to duck out, Steve. Thanks for doing this stuff for us, Jess. Catch you soon and have a good one. Thank you very much for being here, Steve. I really appreciate it. Reese suggests Devil May Cry style devil trigger designs would be fun. Maybe we could do some demons and devils and stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. But I think Devil May Cry itself is a little bit too niche for this community, like as a D&D community. But, you know, you can draw a Devil May Cry character in that stream for sure. Let's do... what am I doing? Teeth. Yeah. Did the wrong thing. Let's go over here, and there we go. That's a bit more like it. Get his big goofy teeth on the go. Lovely. I'll have a read of some of your comments again in a second. So I've drawn a few more of his teeth. I'll move the treble inside this area. There we go. Yes. So, gotta go and grab some food. Be back in 10 minutes. No worry, Nancy. You take your time. RA versus Bakum says, hey, I don't know. Hey, I just want to say that I love your new look. I don't know how new this new look is, but you look very cool. Thank you very much. Are you talking about like the style change or me in particular? Because actually, you know what, pretty similar time, pretty much the beginning of the year I made some very, very big changes, but thank you very much for for saying that. That's really kind of you to say. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm hugely vain and very open to anyone saying lovely things about me. But yeah, thank you very much. You got to go too, Mara. Have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining the community and for being really, really lovely. Just joined. Wow, that's creepy. Is how you know you're watching an Arcane Forge stream. Yes, definitely. So, Dr. Bukowski, to answer your question about what we're doing. Come on, there we go. So Nancy over on the Discord, if you're not on the Discord, you're very welcome to join. There's a link down in the bio. It's open to everybody. Nancy took a photo of this peculiar creature which is an unknown tomb guardian beast in China. But I thought he looked like a moose and a dog and a lot of other very, very strange friend-shaped creatures. And I wanted to make him into a D&D monster. So I have decided to just go ahead and do that. And we've been listening to everybody's feedback and ideas about how this might work and what he might do and what he might be. So far, he is a tomb guardian with roughly the mind of a dog who is telepathic enough to ask for balls to be thrown to entertain him. But he reads the energy of a room, and he is very, very friendly and friend-shaped. But he is also slightly on fire, and those fires change colour based on the energy of the room, the kind of like his emotions, and also how everybody else is feeling. And if you are a threat to him, then the fires burn, and if you're a friend to him, then the fires don't. But otherwise, I need your help with creating him. Dr. Bukowski says, we have a small human in the family, a budding and wonderful artist. She's asking if you are using a mouse or a pen to draw. Okay, so I am using a pen. I use, if you see this lovely little crab that I sculpted. Actually, let me just do the big screen doodad. There we go. So, I made this tiny little crab, and he holds my pen, and it's a drawing stylus that I use on a drawing tablet. This guy here, and so it acts a little bit like a mix between a pen and it's like an iPad but without a screen. You can get ones with screens on; they're a bit more expensive. And yes, that is just my ability to draw on the screen here. So a little bit of both, but a digital pen. Sorry if that was pedantic. I don't know how little you are, but I'm assuming that maybe this might be new technology to you. Either way, I hope that helps. Let's get some details on these teeth. But thank you very much for joining us, by the way, Dr. Bukowski and friends. Come on now. Excuse you. Why are you not working? Are you too big? Is that the issue? Why is this not doing anything? Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay. Sorry, my my mouse cursor looked like it had disappeared entirely, and I didn't know where it had gone. Tiny bit concerned there. For a second. Let's get a tiny bit of line work on here as well in the same colour, I reckon. Forgive me for the kind of coughing and stuff. That was very helpful. Thank you. She says, I'm 10, not small. Oh, goodness. Bukowski. She knows what a tablet is. That's, but yes, either way, I hope that was helpful. Sorry. If you have any questions or you'd like me to show you more of my setup or what I do, please just let me know. I'm very, very happy to talk about it. And everybody here is very welcoming and cool. And they are also very happy to have little interludes where we talk about other stuff. So yes, don't you worry. Don't worry, your question has not broken it. Oh, Paige says you can't see. You okay? Like can you not see stuff on that? Oh, you can't see the drawing I'm doing. Ah, for goodness sake, yes. That took me a while. God. Thank you. Jess asks people to specifically let them know when they can't see, and then completely forgets what what that means. I'm sorry. I swear this is like a job that I have and do and know what I'm talking about and exist like a real person. Honestly, I'm so scatterbrained today. I'm going to put it down to, like, I'm excited about this, what we're doing, and I'm excited about London, and I'm also just not with it. I don't know. It's one of them days, you know? It's one of them days. You can see now. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Nancy says, I'm back. What did I miss? Not a great deal. I was drawing for a decent while and not remembering that people couldn't see that. And then someone pointed it out. And I totally forgot what they were talking about. So I just assumed that they personally couldn't see, like they were blind. And I was like, well, why are you typing this into a chat? This is something you should go see a doctor about. Because I'm smart. I'm apparently. Oh, goodness. Right. Let's do some lips for this guy. You missed my daughter temporarily breaking the stream, yes. It was definitely her fault, not my complete incompetency. No, she's fine. She did an excellent job for asking a very, very good question, and I totally was just not thinking. That's very exciting about you being an artist. Are you, do you have any ideas of what kind of art that you'd like to do? What do you enjoy the most? Oh. What exactly am I going for here? What have I done wrong? I want to target the whole this section. Is there a way to like select just the whole layer? Select all, maybe? No, that's not it. Okay. Crumbs. Crumbs. Oh, I'll just have to do it manually. Trying to find an easy way to get around having to just erase around this entire mouth. I thought I was being very fancy and smart, but you know what? Sometimes it takes more time to do a simple thing. There we go. Let's get some shading on his face as well. Snowdrop is so cute, isn't he just? He's getting a little bit haunting, but not too bad. He's very cheerful about it. Very, very cheerful little guy. I say little, he's quite big, but you know, he's little to us because he's a little guy. Perfect. People and dogs. I've been drawing. Oh, sorry. She says people and dogs, and I've been drawing Donut the Destroyer, a graphic novel. What? That sounds amazing. Also, people and dogs. Great choices. The two best things. I love my little dog very much and draw her very frequently. And people are great to draw. We're most familiar with people. She says drawing a horrible, like, dog mutant, I guess. Dog monster. Group here for arms. But what's Donut the Destroyer? Is it a graphic novel that you're writing, or is it a graphic novel that you are enjoying and illustrating things alongside? I've not heard of it. The graphic novel's by Sarah Graley and Steph Purenis? Let's have a look. Donut. Donut the Destroyer. Ooh. The artwork looks amazing. I recognise that art. Yeah. That's so cool. I wonder if, did they work on the Lower Decks cartoon? I wonder. That's something for me to find out off stream. But yes, that's very, very cool. Love the art style. That's absolutely beautiful. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. Let's get a few little highlights on here as well. Let's make these little bits stand out. Maybe quiet that down a tiny bit. Maybe if I just come back in with a bit more this purple. Just really want the arms to stand out based on the lower layers. Let's go for a bit of shading on his butt. On his butt. There we go. Lovely stuff. There you go. Now they stand out really well. some extra shading here just for some more contrast. Lovely stuff. And a tiny bit of this pale colour to tie in some of these areas as well. Lovely. Right, what are you saying to it, chat? Paige says, love the shading and highlights so far. It looks so good and well done. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I'm already picturing this moving. A weird ape-like movement definitely has to be like that. Almost picture more of a swagger. Yes, I think like the front body needs to do a lot of work because like it doesn't seem to be shoulders necessarily. Like this kind of like the neck is where the arms are kind of coming from. So it's going to be really difficult to move, but it's going to be really interesting how this moves. I think, yeah, like you say, it's going to be a totally new method of movement. Very exciting though. Where are we? There we go, get my cartoonist brush back because I really love the way this looks. I'm just trying to follow the patterns that were on the Guardian. That like this could be a mane or something like that, like the mane of a lion on the statue itself. But I'm choosing to interpret them as like almost like a kind of ribbed muscle texture because I feel like it's a very peculiar thing that you don't often see. And I really love the alienness of this creature's muscles. Like, this is how no creature on Earth's limbs look, but I just love it. It's so strange. I like to think that the artist who made that sculpture had an absolute blast making it. There's something about ceramics and things like that as well that I absolutely adore. That not just necessarily the tangibility of it, but there's something about history that makes it seem so distant. And so, you know, like this was, when was this sculpted? This was sculpted in the 500s AD, I think. Maybe even BC. Either way, so long ago that it's often easy to think that we're so detached from the people who made this kind of stuff that there's nothing connecting us, that this is like some ancient culture and we can't imagine what these people lived like or what they did or how they felt about things or why in particular they'd want to make a statue look like this. But when you think about ceramics and you go and like touch or get close enough to touch something that someone has made with their own two hands, there's something about ceramics where you can sometimes see the fingerprints of the people who have had to mold and physically touch that piece of art to create it. So not only have they taken a long time to do it and instill their ideas into this 3D form, but they've also had to leave a piece of themselves in there, whether it's just skin cells or like their thumbprints or something along those lines. And it's just like being connected to someone from thousands of years ago because you too can touch something that they've touched, and like another human that you can relate to has left their finger marks in that thing is just astounding to me. It's such a wonderful part of sculpture. It amazes me every time I think about it. It's like, wow, like an ancient Greek or an ancient Chinese or an ancient like anyone, even modern day, like I can picture the person being there making that when they're touching that thing because I can see their fingerprints in it. It's absolutely amazing. Tangible history. It's always good to know, always good to remember as well how connected we can be and how connected we have been, how much our ideas have been the same over thousands of years, you know. We're such complicated creatures, but at the same time, we all have like the same ideas and the same fears and the same things that make us excited over thousands upon thousands of years. It's fascinating. We're all connected. And yeah, sculpture just makes me think about that. In particular ceramics, but like sculpture of any kind really. I'm going in here because we were kind of talking about these feet being quite avian looking. A bit like a griffin's, I suppose. So I'm going to put a lot more of these kind of ridged patterns back into the feet to kind of make them look a little bit like chicken feet, I guess. Or dragon feet, or scales. I'm not quite sure. It'll speak to me. Let's get some nails on the go for this guy. I'm going to switch to my pencil brush because I think it leaves a nicer texture here. Sorry if my voice is all over the place as well, by the way. Like I'm trying various techniques to kind of learn how to reimagine my voice to feel more comfortable, but at the same time, you know, I slip in and out of it, and it's often hard to kind of maintain fully. So I appreciate your patience with me while I try and stretch some muscles that have not been stretched for a very long time vocally, and experiment with this. Like, I thought I sounded very feminine the other day on my live streams, and then I watched it back and it was like, hello, my name's Jess, kind of really deep, and it was like, okay, that's not the voice I was going for, but never mind, I guess. Cavman says, this a bit of shishi, eh? Bit of a shishi? I don't know what that is. Or however you are supposed to spell those English letters instead of Chinese characters. I don't know what you're talking about, unfortunately. Would you care to elaborate? Sorry, I don't really understand. But it's we're drawing, if you're new to the stream, I mean, obviously I know you're not new to our content, I recognise your name, but if you're new to the stream right now, we're drawing this guy, this statue, and I'm trying to kind of turn it into an organic creature, if that's what you mean by shishi, but I don't actually know, I'm afraid. I never actually studied Chinese, like my degree's in linguistics, and I learnt a little bit about Japanese, but again, this is one of the things with like linguistics as a degree. It's very fascinating. I didn't learn any whole languages, so I can't actually speak in any languages other than my own, but I know like 3 words of a bunch of different languages and a lot of like means by which you can decode language, and like the theory of communication and all this kind of stuff, like asking big pointless questions like, do clouds have language, or is there something different about communication, and all this kind of ideas of like what is and is not a language. I studied about like bee communication and lip reading and God, what else was there? Nicaraguan sign language for ages. But really, I just wanted to learn about dialectology because I like how people speak and accents and stuff, which is coming well handy for D&D. But it's not helping me in my own voice feminization efforts. Well, I suppose it kind of is, but it's going to take a very long time to get there. Starrick says, Shishi are another kind of guardian statues. Oh, right, okay. I think they're like lions. Okay, right. Shishi are lion or dog protector spirits from China and Japan. Yes, in which case that's probably roughly what this is. Dr. Lukowski says, I just did a very quick and very surface level read of this period of China's history. Lots of invasions and wars and barbarian rule, quote unquote. I wonder if this lends something to the original figure itself. Definitely. Absolutely does. I feel like it's got the energy of a protector, doesn't it? Like a protector of an area, of a people, perhaps, in that sense. I think we're getting somewhere with this guy, by the way. Right, let's get the fire colours on the go, because we're going to make this guy kind of pride themed, weren't we? So let's go for, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the lasso tool. Please and thank you. Oh, excuse you. That's not what I'm going for. Here you go. Red and yellow and green and blue. Blah 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 blah. I can make a rainbow of this crazy dog. I just deleted my lassie. Blah 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 blah. There we go. You know, I've not actually made a blue colour in my palette. I need to remember to do that. Let me just let me invent a blue here. Let me invent the colour blue. There we go. I just saw it for your very, very own eyes. Blue was just invented. You're welcome. Go for a nice little blur effect. Don't worry, this is going to look better than I've done it so far. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do now is... Oh, that's going to filter that. Paige says, well, I'm off. If you're still streaming in an hour or so, I'll likely join again. I don't think so. I think we're just kind of wrapping up, really. But, you know, probably about another 15, 20 minutes, something like that. I'm going to have to head off because I need to do some boring work stuff. Sorry to hear that, but don't you worry about it. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will have that over here as well. And then we can do backfire just here. I did a little reading, and Shishi and Foo Dogs are the same. Oh, okay, right. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's kind of it, really, isn't it? And then we can do. How do I want to do that? Maybe I should do the front fire with this kind of thing going this way. Maybe. Yeah, I like that. There we go. That's very nice. Now, what I wanted to do is make a gradient here, and I'm not quite sure how I want to do it, but bear with me. So, I want to do this. No, I've done the wrong colour. I want to do this. Sorry, there is method to my madness here. I swear to you. So now I'm going to put some shading. Nope, wrong way around. Wrong way around. Fire, it goes the other way. I want to do darkness up at the top. Because fire gets darker at the top, not at the bottom. Almost turning into a black blur that we call smoke. It were bloody smoke, it were Jon Snow. I don't want it. Right, so now I want to have the vibrancy of that. Ooh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty. Saturation. I want the luminosity. That doesn't look so pretty. Overlay is quite nice. Now I don't know what I wanted. Should we just light it? I don't know what I was trying to do here. I'm on, like... I guess I want the luminosity, but... Oh yeah, there we go, that's what I want. Yeah. Okay. You just need to do that for the front fire as well then. And then I'll read some of your comments because we're done with him after that. And I'll stat him up tomorrow, as long as there's time. I've got to go into Glasgow tomorrow and get laser treatment, which I'm not excited about because it is agonizing, but it is worth it for me. It's on my journey, so I do need to do that. And it will make me happy in the long run, but it does not make me happy at that time. But if I have the energy for it, I will try and stack this guy up. If not, then I'll do it in near the time. Luminosity, and then we'll just do that. There we go. And that is him. That is Snowdrop, the terrifying but strangely cute dog boy. Temple Guardian. I love him. He's for you. So let me just read some of your comments, and we'll keep him in view. So Reed says, just joined, what can this doggo do? So this doggo is a reimagining of that statue over there. And he can read minds enough to implant the idea in people's minds that they should throw a ball for him. He changes colour, well, his fire changes colour, and it burns intruders because he's a Temple Guardian, and it does not burn friends, it just keeps them warm. He is a large creature, probably the size of a very, very big dog or something, just roughly about human size, I would say, maybe a bit bigger. And he's super derpy, but very friendly. Otherwise, just waits for thousands of years in temples and guards them based on people's instructions. What else have we got in here? All hail Snowdrop, that is his name. Beasts of the. I think this era is also just after the era that produced the Gluttony Beasts of the Tauti people. Okay, are they related? Paige says that she's off. Oh yes, I think I maybe saw that bit. There's a debate about food creatures. He does not set weird and arbitrary tests to kill whoever fails him. He's not smart enough for that. He's a good boy, not a smart boy, as you can tell by the look. He's very friendly, but he's also somewhat intimidating, and he must be fed porridge because his little teeth don't really actually chew that much because they're so flat. But, you know, he's very derpy, he's very sweet, and yeah, he's a good boy. So yeah. Anyway, I will stat him up and share him with the community over on Instagram and on Discord and stuff of that nature. I think he just sets people on fire and can smash people about if they're mean, but he seems genuinely very nice. I'm imagining the bottom fangs clacking against the top ones in a terrifyingly ominous way. Yeah, I think intimidation he's got down, definitely. You can see past the intimidating exterior to the slightly still exterior derpiness, then he's very friendly. But yes, definitely going to stat him up, and I would love to see in the comments any ideas that you have for him, because I will definitely refer back to this video when I start again. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your contribution and your ideas and your help in making Drippy Part 2, basically. Snowdrop, the derpy dog. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see, well, all of you, if possible, tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? No, Friday for the Patreon draw together. We'll be drawing on screen together on the same website and chilling out. So that'll be on Twitch, not here, mostly because Twitch has slightly more lax rules about what people draw. And while I am confident that none of you guys would try and deliberately sabotage the channel, I can't guarantee that people will draw things that are YouTube safe. I hope they will. But if they don't, I don't want to lose my whole channel. So, yes, anyway. That'll be on a Friday. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me. And goodbye, good evening, good night, or good morning if you're in America.